It was just after sunset when Emily Parker pulled into the lonely gas station off Route 47. The hum of her old minivan seemed louder than usual, echoing in the stillness of the almost empty station. The flickering fluorescent lights buzzed overhead, and the air smelled faintly of gasoline and rain. Her 7-year-old son, Lucas, slept in the back seat, his cheek pressed against the window, clutching his worn-out stuffed bear. Emily was exhausted. Life as a single mother had been nothing short of relentless, balancing two part-time jobs, late rent notices, and the never-ending fear of something breaking down, especially her car. She was running on fumes, both literally and emotionally. But tonight, she told herself, she just needed a full tank and a moment to breathe. She stepped out of the car, zipping her hoodie tighter against the chilly breeze. The night was quiet, too quiet. She swiped her card at the pump, but it declined. Her heart sank. She tried again, praying silently under her breath. Declined. Inside the station, she approached the cashier, her voice barely above a whisper. "Hi, can you run this one more time? Please." The teenage clerk didn't even look up from his phone. Yeah, still declined. Emily swallowed hard. She only needed $20 worth. Just enough to get home. "I can try a different card," she murmured, fumbling through her worn-out purse. That's when the door chimed, and 3 men walked in. They weren't subtle. The sound of their laughter was loud and coarse, cutting through the stillness like a knife. Leather jackets, heavy boots, cigarette smoke trailing behind them. Emily froze, her pulse quickening. She wasn't sure if it was fear or instinct, but something about their eyes made her uneasy. "Hey there, sweetheart," one of them said, his smirk lingering far too long. "Looks like you're having some trouble." Emily forced a polite smile. "I'm fine, thank you." The men exchanged glances. One of them leaned against the counter beside her. "You sure about that? Maybe we can help you out for something in return." His words were oily, slow, and deliberate. Her throat went dry. "No, I'm fine. I just need to go." The tallest one took a step closer. "Oh, come on now. Don't be rude. We're just trying to be friendly." The teenage clerk pretended not to notice. Emily's hands trembled as she backed away, heart pounding so loudly she could hear it in her ears. She turned toward the door, but one of the men stepped in her path. "Where are you rushing off to, lady?" he sneered. "You out here all alone?" She glanced through the glass door. Lucas was awake now, sitting up in the back seat, his little face pressed against the window, eyes wide with fear. "Please, I just want to leave," she said, her voice breaking. The man laughed. "Don't be scared, sweetheart. We're just talking." It was in that moment that something changed in the air. The low, distant rumble of engines rolled in from the highway. At first, it was faint. Then it grew louder. Closer. Headlights pierced through the darkness. Dozens of them, approaching fast like a wall of light and thunder. The men turned, their smug grins faltering as the sound grew deafening. Within seconds, a line of motorcycles pulled into the gas station lot. One after another, their chrome bodies gleamed under the harsh fluorescent lights. The engines revved once, then silenced in unison. Emily stood frozen at the door, clutching her purse to her chest. The thugs stepped back, confusion spreading across their faces. From the front of the line, a tall woman with long silver hair swung off her bike. Her leather jacket bore the patch of a phoenix rising from flames, the emblem of the Iron Hearts Motorcycle Club. She removed her helmet and walked toward the store, her presence commanding and calm. "You boys giving this lady a hard time?" she asked, her voice firm but level. The men glanced at each other, their earlier confidence melting away. "Nah," one of them muttered. "Just talking." The woman stepped closer, eyes sharp. "That's funny," she said, "because it looked a lot like harassment from where we were sitting." More bikers dismounted, forming a quiet circle around the store. They weren't shouting or threatening, but their silence spoke volumes. It was the kind of silence that made cowards rethink their choices. The tallest thug scoffed, trying to salvage his pride. "You don't want trouble, lady." The silver-haired woman smiled faintly. "You're right," she said softly. "But I'm not afraid of it either." The men muttered curses under their breath, pushing past and heading toward their truck. One of them looked back, meeting Emily's eyes, then quickly looked away when he saw the line of bikers watching him. Moments later, their engine roared, tires screeching as they sped off into the night. Emily stood motionless, her body trembling. The woman turned to her, her tone softening. "You okay, honey?" Emily nodded weakly, tears welling in her eyes. "Thank you, I didn't know what to do." The woman smiled gently. "You don't have to thank us. You're safe now." She tilted her head toward the minivan. "That your little boy?" Emily looked at Lucas, who was still staring from the car. "Yeah, it's just us." "Looks like you've got a brave one," the woman said. "He didn't take his eyes off you the whole time." Emily let out a shaky laugh, wiping her tears. "He's my world." One of the bikers, a man with a thick beard and kind eyes, stepped forward. "Where you headed, ma'am?" "Just trying to get home," Emily said. "But my card, it wouldn't go through." Without a word, the biker pulled out his wallet and handed her a $50 bill. "Fill your tank." She hesitated. "I can't take that." He shook his head. "You're not taking it. We're giving it." "Big difference." Emily's lip quivered. Why would you help me?" The woman smiled, her silver hair glinting in the station lights. "Because someone helped me once," she said simply. "And now I pay it forward." Emily felt her knees weaken under the weight of emotion. Strangers, complete strangers, had stepped in when she felt invisible, when no one else would. As she filled her tank, Lucas opened the van door and ran to her. She crouched down and hugged him tightly, breathing in the smell of his hair, the warmth of his small arms around her. When she looked up, the bikers were mounting their bikes again, preparing to leave. The engines started, one after another, a symphony of thunder that somehow sounded like protection. The silver-haired woman gave her a final nod. "You take care of that little boy, all right?" "I will," Emily whispered, voice breaking. "Thank you for everything." The woman smiled. "The road's full of good people. Sweetheart. Don't let a few bad ones make you forget that." And with that, the bikers rode off into the night, their taillights fading into the dark horizon. Emily stood there for a long moment, the cool wind brushing her cheeks. For the first time in a long while, she didn't feel small or scared. She felt seen, protected. As she drove away, she glanced at Lucas in the rearview mirror. He was smiling now, eyes heavy with sleep. "Mom," he murmured softly, "were they angels?" Emily smiled through her tears. "Maybe they were, sweetheart," she said. "Maybe they were,